Meet Luke Belmar, the real-life Neo.
Chat, this is Luke. This is the real-life Neo.
This man is Neo. I'm serious.
He managed to escape the Matrix by selling $16 million in sanitation products at the start of the pandemic.
It's like, okay, let me redesign sanitation and house cleaning products for pets.
Then, parlaying that into the crypto market before it boomed.
You're a worthless piece of shit. That is the truth. You are a substanceless, worthless piece of shit.
When I first talked to Luke, he was calling me a peasant to my face, and I'm like, you're right. Brokey, like he's looking at me, yeah, you're broke. I'm like, yeah, so let me listen up.
This isn't for money, it's to wake people up and trying to help other people. That's his genuine intention. It's good intentions.
Now, out of the kindness of his heart, and the course he's trying to sell, he's gonna teach you to escape the Matrix too.
You want to become a millionaire, you have to become a millionaire. Like, I don't know how to explain it more fucking easy than that.
You don't know what you don't know. So the goal is to know so that you can know. The more that you know, the better off you'll be.
And the information in school is, it's a waste of time.
Oh.
It's a waste of time. That's the information that you should be receiving.
School's a waste of time. I heard something about crypto.
Yeah, crypto's extremely important. So I 40x my net worth all through crypto. All that I did was have the right information before the peasants. And when the peasants got excited about it, I left.
Chat, this is Luke. This is the real-life Neo. This guy is one of the smartest guys I've met.
I called Sneako about it yesterday. I was like, dude, you have like such a cool responsibility for a lot of these kids. They don't have role models. Like, the world's fucked. We can all agree on that.
One thing you told me in Puerto Rico is that I need to start dressing better. I need to buy more expensive shirts. You said I dress like a scrub.
Because your shorts have holes in them. I was like, bro, like, why do you have holes in your shorts?
Aw, man, you can't have holes in your clothes and escape the Matrix? Damn it.
I have commitments. Broke people have commitments, bro.
With his knowledge, he's making the world a better place.
You create the problem, and you create the solution, and you make it very easy to solve the problem.
And you make it difficult for everybody else to solve the problem.
Exactly.
And you say that everybody else is discredited to solve the problem, except you.
Just listen to his satisfied customers.
I was shredding the slopes here in Zermatt. You know, I'm paired up with this random kid, 16-year-old, worked his ass off to be in a situation where he could get a nice college scholarship. Young man, what do you want to study? Well, I want to study engineering. Excuse me? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be studying engineering. I'm going to be able to make ends meet. I'm going to have a really good paying job. I said, let me ask you a question.
Wait, this guy didn't try to talk the kid out of becoming an engineer, right?
By the time you graduate, will artificial intelligence replace your newfound skill set? Because when it comes to mathematics, precision, numbers, artificial intelligence is a lot more powerful than any human alive. Will you be consumed by artificial intelligence? Live with this bullshit idea that college and university will be worth it? Or understand where the world is going 20 years from now? You need to be building companies of the future. You need to be doing things of tomorrow.
You made your money drop shipping products for a pandemic you didn't even think was real, bro.
My girl, she used to be a doctor. Now I told her to quit because it was a waste of time.
Being a doctor is a waste of time.
Because indoctrination, right? Playing on words right there.
Being an engineer is a waste of time.
Whether you're white, you're Asian, you're Filipino, you're Norwegian, doesn't matter. What matters is the value that you provide to society.
But devoting your life to crypto and maximizing your wealth.
I don't want to work, dude. I'll live under a bridge before I work.
That's useful.
I gotta go get this guy tucked in bed. That's gay. Never mind. I'm not tucking him in bed.
These guys program Sneako. Sneako programs you.
I want you to think about the last 2 years of your life and now evaluate where you are today. If things have not changed, it is completely your fault. And I'm not talking, ladies and gentlemen, about a micro change. I'm not talking about, oh, I got 2 new friends that make money. Oh, I got a couple more dollars. No. The last 2 years, ladies and gentlemen, tens of trillions of dollars were printed out of thin air. How much did you take home? If the answer is 0 or under 10 million, at least. Oh, 10 million. That's because you're a peasant.
I'll be teaching you guys how to master sexual transmutation
on a different live stream.
Luke Belmar, friend of the channel, has been exposed on Twitter.
You're a worthless piece of shit. That is the truth. You are a substanceless, worthless piece of shit.
For those who don't know my relationship with Luke Belmar, well, I heavily criticized him, I guess you could say, in the big Sneako video that I uploaded recently, okay? There was a whole section dedicated to our friend Luke Belmar, and I'm now going to explore the wonderful world of Belmar Bros. Let's see. Okay, I want to take a moment to address some recent actions of mine that have caused harm and hurt to some members of our community. I am deeply sorry for the pain and distress that my words and actions may have caused. I want to be clear that my behavior... So, Belmar has seemingly uploaded a AI-generated apology, so he clearly doesn't feel sorry, so I don't know what the fuck this is about. Luke Belmar, stories and lessons to learn. I've had several dinners with Luke, his wife, and even partied with Luke. Oh boy, okay. We got an insider. This happened when he was no one and I was broke. He did indeed shift my mindset, and grateful for that when he was no one and was just starting to climb up. He introduced me to his NFT project, Divine Anarchy. It was sort of a game like League of Legends, and I was into League of Legends at that time, so I was still a gamer. I quickly got hooked. He offered me to be a mod for their Discord and sold me to the potential. I never fully understood the NFT. Something seemed weird, so I never got in. Fast forward, a few months passed by, and I hear that he sold the NFT project to some dev and went fully ghost on people. Great guy, great talker, but I learned that he's no one to actually do hands-on business with after he did that without an explanation to his followers. Are you guys even remotely surprised? Because I am not. Let's be clear, I am actually informed on crypto, okay? I actually would love to talk to Luke Belmar. And Luke, if you're listening, I don't think I would be as bad faith as you might imagine I would be. I think we could actually have a very good conversation, and I'd be down to have it privately, okay? I'm not scared of you. You have no reason really to be scared of me. Okay, maybe a bit, but point is, I am informed on a lot of crypto, NFT projects, a lot of small, coins, whatever, and I am very intimately aware of PancakeSwap, which was apparently, according to Luke, his moonshot, the coin that he invested in that made him his millions, okay? It made him a 100 millionaire, whatever he claimed. Let's keep going, but the idea that Luke was in on some NFT, borderline scam, it's just not surprising to me, but we'll see. Okay, our boy Mohammed Pranav exposed chat logs of the Belmar brothers, Lucas and Nathan Theus, threatening to take down news articles on them. Oh shit, hey. Maybe I should make a Luke Belmar video. Maybe that's worthwhile. Anyway, Luke Belmar. There's still time to resolve this amicably for the best of both of us. I'm trying to be diplomatic with you, Phi. You have a 3-minute video that Nate wants removed. If you want compensation, so be. Let's solve this peacefully and we can both move on. It's in both of our interests. Please take a minute to consider my proposal. I don't trust you, and since you have been rude to me and threatening, I don't personally like you. I have removed his name. That video is much longer. I'm moving forward. I'll take a minute to calm down from the situation, but I doubt if I have interest. I'll go back. What is this shit? Instead of fighting, just remove it. It's for your own good, miss. Try me. Please spare yourself some trouble. It will be expensive for you to remain arrogant. Wow. Thank you for your time. You made your choice. I don't take kindly to threats. It's not a threat. I'm telling you to remove content. If you want to be compensated to delete it, it will send you money. Otherwise, I will have your... Oh, shit. What? Belmar bros. I'm not going to cap with you guys. Like, I pegged Belmar as this guy. Like, the guy's a power tripper, bro. And he's weak as well. That's the thing that needs to be understood. He actually isn't as high level as he'd like to pretend he is. But again, that's something I would love to talk to him about. But point is, please spare yourself some trouble. It will be expensive for you to remain arrogant. Like, he's speaking as though he has real world power, which he does not. Like, anyway, I won't get into it, but anyway. Thank you for your time. You made your choice. It's not a threat. I'm telling you to remove content. Wow. It's not a threat. It's a command. If you want to be compensated to delete it, I will send you money. Otherwise, I will have your accounts wiped from the internet. That is your last chance. I am not. You have harassed and threatened me. I have made the edit to his name on the YouTube profile. However, I am my own media company and I will be discussing harassment. And once I find out whoever manages or books him, I will be contacting them as well. Media has rights, and I don't take kindly to harassment. You can leave me alone now. I have done what you asked. The video will not be removed due to the disrespect. If my pages are removed, you both will be sued. Sounds good. You made your choice. I offered to compensate your expenses, but you are being stubborn. So be it. Goodbye. I did, and I will be waiting for the next step while y'all wait for this press release about Nate Peebus. Belmar sicking his family on media. Goodbye. Wow, Nate Belmar. Hi, Felicia. Great job on the video. But you have my IG and Twitter mixed around. IG is Nathan Peebus, okay? Thanks. Blah! I got it from the video. Oh, it was the blooper, so maybe you said it wrong on purpose. Thanks for catching it. That's just a promo. I'll have it right on the full review. Thank you. Okay. This is 2015, so they're like 20 years old. Nathan has blocked him. What is all this shit? Okay, what's the juice here, bro? If it's just this old cringe-ass chat logs, then it's not really much. I want to see this NFT bullshit. Just watched the video exposing Luke Belmar. This guy lied about his name, ecom background, brother's story, and basically everything we know him from, except the fact he made millions from crypto being lucky. I used to believe him. Now I realize you can't trust anyone. A lot of guys say he's still an overall positive to the youth. No, he isn't. It's a question of ethics. He talks about God on every podcast and builds a history on a fat lie, hypocrite at heart.
You probably know this guy, Luke Belmar. I mean, I'll call him Lucas from now on, since that's his actual name. Lucas Peebus, to be exact. Before you call me a liar or conspiracy theorist, let me prove it real quick and then I'll continue the story. Here's a video of his brother Nate doing an interview back in his acting/modeling days, where he clearly says his name is Nathan
Peebus.
This is Nathan
Peebus.
Talking with Top Notch? Yes, Top Notch.
Now, this isn't how I initially found out about this. It was actually through an Instagram highlight posted by Lucas, where next to his profile pic, it said Luke
Peebus.
Obviously now it's deleted, but that got me thinking. I started doing some masterminding and research, and quickly came to the conclusion that Luke's story about his life isn't really adding up, but I'll get to that later. So this happened about a year ago. I googled Luke
Peebus,
and I found his old Twitter profile. He was pretty gangsta too. I replied to one of his tweets on his new account with his photo, and he got salty and blocked me. What he also did is delete the old profile, but you can still kind of find it using some tools. It will just say that the account has been deleted. That Twitter account isn't the only thing he deleted though. One day, our friend Luke was walking through the streets of Berlin with his girlfriend Lara, when suddenly, a terrorist attack happened. So Luke gave an interview and said the following. But, if you go to the same article now, you'll find this.
There were people lying on the floor. I am not sure what their condition was. I could count about 8 lying down. The biggest mental image I have is there were 2 rivers of blood going down the floor. Wow. Nobody was really helping anybody. People were running. It was like every man for themselves. It was dusty and chaotic. There were ambulances and police sirens. People were yelling in German. I don't know what they said, but it sounded like get out, get out, get out. Concerned for his girlfriend's safety, he decided to return to their hotel. But as they made their way back, he said a fight broke out between some Germans and Middle Eastern men at the bus station. The couple then got on a bus where he said the driver targeted a woman wearing a burqa who did not have a ticket. He said when I got on the bus, the driver didn't ask for anyone's ticket, but he was shouting ticket, ticket, ticket to the Muslim woman who had a stroller. No one else was asked for their ticket. Another lady with a baby paid for her. You could feel the tension in the air. It was hostile. It seemed people were scared of people from the Middle East. There was this "we don't want you here" vibe. That's wild.
But, if you go to the same article now, you'll find this. The fact that he contacted the news outlet to remove his name and photo from the article. His girlfriend isn't really that interesting. She's a vet, and they used to live together in Athens, Georgia. That's the only address I could find that.
She was a vet. Vet? Veterinary student. That's weird. Okay, so Luke Belmar was always flexing that his wife or his girlfriend or whatever is a doctor.
My girl, she used to be a doctor. Now I told her to quit because it was a waste of time.
Being a doctor is a waste of time.
Because in doctor-nation, right? Playing on words right there.
Not a vet. So, that's interesting.
And they used to live together in Athens, Georgia. That's the only address I could find that they had in common. Now, the reason it says here that they are both students from Washington is because Lucas was an intern at a news outlet called the Washington Examiner.
I used to work at the Washington Post. I worked
This is an excerpt from him talking to Sneako. That's funny.
for 3 months.
I have the actual video for this. I don't know why it's black here.
Seriously?
I worked under a fake name because I didn't trust them.
Nice.
Well, this is a lie because
He worked under a fake name. Okay, now it's starting to make sense.
First of all, he worked at the Washington Examiner, and second of all, that was his actual name. He changed it back to Belmar, I guess, when he started getting Instagram famous. Now this is where it gets interesting. We all know Luke's story about how he came from Argentina to US alone at the age of 16 with $200 in a suitcase.
Yeah, this is the classic fucking narrative that he sells. Anyway.
Uncle was a pilot, and he let him sit in the flight attendant seat because his family couldn't afford the plane ticket. From there, he worked shitty jobs like cleaning toilets and pressure washing basketball courts instead of going to college because he thought it was stupid and useless. Only thing is, he actually did go to college. Not just one, but two. And his grandfather was a co-founder of one of them. I know this might be hard to believe, but hang in there. I'll prove everything I say in this video. The school is called the Word of Life Institute, and it's basically a theology college. Apart from Luke's grandpa co-founding Word of Life, one of his uncles, Keith Peebus, worked there. Let me explain all the connections before I get to the second college. So, this is George Peebus' obituary. His children, Steve, Linda, and Sherry, are all in this family photo.
Hey, there's Luke. Okay, this is a bit weird. What the fuck is this leading to?
Steve is a missionary. He organized religious camps, and here's a photo of him, George, and Pele. So Steve wasn't a pilot. Linda married Keith, and he's in the pilot. Sherry is the mother of Nathan, Lucas, and Joshua. And yeah, both Luke and Joshua have been to court for speeding tickets, if you were wondering where I got the middle names from. Nate's middle name is Peebus, by the way, his dad's first name. This guy is their dad. He doesn't have any brothers who could be potential pilots. And obviously he isn't a pilot himself either. But Luke did kind of start leaving out the pilot uncle part from his origin story in recent interviews and podcasts. He probably realized it wasn't a believable story. One of many, but I'll cover all of them. The second college Lucas went to was Liberty University. Nate also mentions this in his interview.
And I have siblings, one studying at Liberty and the other one in New York, and then the baby sister is in Argentina.
And his mom studied there too. Before I move on to Sherry, I want to address this.
Acting career. I came here all by myself to pursue acting. It's very funny because
So Luke and Nate both came to America alone, even though they had a whole family in Florida. Luke even went as far as saying that he was homeless / sleeping in his car.
Yeah. The only reason that I'm letting this play, because I'm not usually a fan of, because this is kind of doxing. This is kind of doxing, you know what I mean, a little bit. But the reason I'm letting it play is because it is kind of revealing something that I totally would have seen coming, but like a grift that Belmar was endorsing. Yes, Belmar. I'll fucking find the videos probably, but Belmar was basically positioning it when he was, trying to seduce Sneako, when he was flexing about how much of a self-made man he was. He was positioning it as though he somehow grew up in Argentina but was broke as fuck, even though he's like a white dude. And he traveled, to America, and he just fucking had like almost like the classic immigrant American dream story. You know what I mean? He was fucking working at diners. He was doing like the shittiest jobs possible, fucking sleeping in his car, whatever.
8 years ago, I came to this country with $200 in a suitcase. $200 in a suitcase, all right? To this country. I washed dishes, cleaned toilets, did everything that I needed to do. Slept in my car, was homeless, bounced from place to place, 4 hours of public transport just to get to work. Then on my way back, I would go and intern at some news outlet. That's why I know this whole news shit is fake.
And then, he just through pure grind, he managed to build a little bit of wealth, invest into crypto, started a bunch of companies, all this shit. And so I'm curious what else this guy has, because obviously so far there's a few inconsistencies we're identifying here.
That he had to take Nate's guns away because he was depressed and fat and wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, true that. That's a weird one. Yo, I always was weirded out by that. For those who don't know, Belmar claims that his brother, who's like a giga chad, basically super fit guy, that he was like fat.
I was overweight. I could barely touch my knees. Depressed as fuck. Now I can do splits, bro.
In 6 months you do splits?
Holy shit, dude.
And that Luke took the gun from him and like prevented him from killing himself.
Context and scenario, I had to pull his revolvers and guns and all this shit from his house because he was shitty food, shitty diet. Like, bro, poison, bro. Poison on poison on poison. Recalibrated, moved to the island, like reassess food, chef, diet, nutrition, lifestyle. Boom, 6 months, G.
Change. Yeah.
Bro, the human
That's what we're saying,
potential is limitless, G. Like, you can literally be whatever you want to be, bro.
But you have to instill discipline.
So you said that the billionaires and millionaires only focus on the health.
Bro, biohacking is the biggest thing for success. Dude, what's the difference between you and another person? It ain't hard work, bro.
Health.
Bro, it's your ability. It's how your operating system works. What do you want? A cheap bullshit CPU that can't process anything, or you want to be on fucking steroids, bro? 16 gigs of RAM, fucking going hard, Ethernet cord, like attached. No, you gotta be optimized, dude.
And it's looking like the brother was never fat, but we'll see.
In Florida, Luke even went as far as saying that he was homeless / sleeping in his car, or that he had to take Nate's guns away because he was depressed and fat and wanted to kill himself. Lying about depression and being to get attention is very grimy and disrespectful to the actual victims. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, since nobody really wants to publicly share images of their worst periods in life. Even though everyone knows it's big cap and they even stopped claiming this. Now, let's talk about their mom. She actually also
that wasn't really definitive proof, but anyway.
has an online presence, offering overpriced courses for middle-aged women who want to find their true purpose in life. She has a YouTube channel too, where she did an interview with her mom, Joan
Peebus,
aka Luke's grandma. She formerly worked at a company called Global Values, where Luke also worked as a Spanish translator for a bit. Before I get back to Luke and his actual past, I want to make...
This makes sense. Why does Luke Belmar know 3 languages? Well, he was a translator for, what, his mom or his grandmother's company? Shit.
That Belmar isn't a fake name. Luke just never used it on paper. So, his dad, Alejandro Uria Belmar, also has an online presence, a consulting company, and a track record of questionable businesses. But he's seemingly a normal man, enjoying life with his wife and daughter in Argentina.
For the people who are coming in now, like they don't understand, like, why am I listening to you? Why am I here taking notes?
Very simple. At the age of 19, I built a multi-million-dollar empire after washing dishes, washing toilets.
No, bro. You were in college. But credit where credit is due, though. He didn't lie about working as a waiter. But I highly doubt his story about waiting tables for Jeff Bezos is true. He also worked at a company called E4 Design, and I managed to find his work email. The company changed names since then. I also found his old Reddit profile, with the same username as the Twitter account, and he was in fact into Binance, and streaming and playing on his Xbox. The video is getting kind of long, so if you want part 2, just leave a comment down below and share this video with whoever.
Alright.
Peace.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck. None of that is surprising to me, okay? Long story short, after that little deviation, turns out Luke Belmar, the fellow that I, roasted in the Sneako video, he wasn't as disadvantaged, as self-made as he made himself out to be. This is a common theme with these fucking finance guys. Of course, they're always self-made, and they have to emphasize that this is all their own work, that they are whatever. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's pretty clear that fucking Luke Belmar was not a disadvantaged individual, okay? He probably was a relatively normal kid with maybe a little bit of affluence in his fucking family that kind of enabled him to, first of all, learn as many languages and, have as many skills as he did have, right? He went to college, whatever. And also, obviously, to get some decent fucking jobs, working at the Washington Review or whatever the fuck he said. At the end of the day, am I surprised that Luke Belmar is kind of a liar? No. I've already said this, but Luke Belmar might be a liar, an opportunist, and he might have gotten lucky, but he's not dumb, okay? He's actually very far from being dumb, in my opinion. Right? Even though it has a lot of blind spots, and I definitely framed him as being very dumb in the Sneako video because he does say dumb things. He is a very skilled and adept opportunist, and it takes a lot to be an actually successful opportunist, okay? You need to be able to actually objectively evaluate and have foresight as to what is going to happen in order to position yourself well enough to take advantage of opportunities, okay? Specifically, I have insight because of my awareness of PancakeSwap, right? Which is the, big lucky break that Belmar basically got, as well as the pandemic, because as you guys watched in that video, Luke's initial, big value investment was him selling sanitation products during the pandemic, okay? So again, opportunistically jumped onto that wave. He apparently made a couple $1 million off of, sanitation products. Very noble deed, of course, even though he doesn't believe that the pandemic was a real, But anyway, from there, he parlayed that into crypto. And his biggest investment was a coin called PancakeSwap, okay? Now, I was aware of PancakeSwap at the time. The big thing that was unknown about PancakeSwap was who owned it, okay? Like, there was just a lot of uncertainty. People were very sketched. They thought it was going to rug pull, all this shit. Turns out, who owned primarily PancakeSwap was Binance. Binance. It's basically like an inside job, you know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, it's likely that Belmar had insider details as to who owned PancakeSwap, and then that emboldened him to put a fuck ton of money into it, you know what I mean? Because if anybody knows anything about crypto, Binance is basically like one of the number one banks or exchanges, whatever you would say. And so it was almost like, if Binance is backing this project, oh, it's fucking juicing, okay? But the plebs, the randoms, they didn't know that. Belmar apparently seemingly did, because he got in, and he claims he sold at the top, right? As he exemplified to Sneako when he was flexing to Sneako, because all you got to understand is that this motherfucker was whispering in Sneako's ear, hey buddy, I'm a millionaire. You got to be a millionaire. It sucks to be a fucking peasant. And it does suck to be a peasant. Let's be real, okay? But these aggressive opportunists, at the end of the day, when they start positioning themselves as like, you know, sanctimoniously, as though like, oh, I'm doing the right thing. I'm like moral. I'm a fucking good guy.
I called Sneako about it yesterday. I was like, dude, you have like such a cool responsibility for a lot of these kids. They don't have role models. Like, the world's fucked. We can all agree on that. You're white, you're Asian, you're Filipino, you're Norwegian, doesn't matter. What matters is the value that you provide to society.
Well, that's when they deserve to be fucking, you know, humbled a little bit, right? And that's when they deserve a little bit of a fucking... Buddy, you're not fucking a good guy because you managed to juice out $50 million out of a fucking crypto exchange, okay? You're not a good guy because you sold fucking sanitation products for a pandemic you didn't even think was real, okay? You know what I mean? So, Belmar, obviously, you know, sad, little underdog story. This beautiful young boy who was abandoned from his Argentinian family, even though he's white, managed to go to the United States and make a name for himself, fucking organically. Yeah, okay, at the end of the day, he came from a pretty fucking wealthy family. He obviously had a place to fall back on, whatever. Bullshitter, managed to get the clout that he wanted, managed to meet Andrew Tate. He's a fucking finesser. He's an opportunist. Does that surprise me? No. I know guys like this, okay? At this point in my life, I can say I can smell these type of guys pretty easily. I have a good radar. But Belmar was not really trying to attract me. He was trying to attract kids and, you know, some other opportunists. That's what you need to understand, right? Because whether you like Belmar or you don't like Belmar, the guy did succeed at making money. He got very lucky, a lot of shit you can say, but he is a successful opportunist, which does mean something. So yeah, I think Belmar's a guy worth observing. I don't think he is someone to write off. And once again, I'd love to talk to him. I think we'd have a fantastic conversation. So, yeah, Luke, hit me up if you're interested, bro. I'm sure you're not, but trust me, I think I'd have more value to bring you than you would expect. Shut up, Gokanaru. The real thing you should be advertising is our brand new Hubert NPCs. Did you enjoy the Sneako video? Do you desire the love and companionship that comes with owning a Hubert of your own? Well, then you should head to gokamerch.com and sign up for the email list. It's easy. Just take a look at one of our satisfied customers.
You open it.
Oh, that's hard. A little bite! Wow, look at that smile. Making a friend has never been easier with our new Hubert NPCs. Sign up to the gokamerch.com email list today so that you'll be the first to be notified when Huberts go on sale. Only a limited quantity will be sold. So sign up. All right, back to the clip. I'm going to read the chat just to relax a little bit because, bro, I'm sweating. I am sweating, bro. It's officially summer and I'm fucking sweating. It is hot in here, bro. The insane asylum is feeling musty tonight. I got more respect for lottery winners. Facts, Al, there's facts. Do Canadians not have air conditioning? We don't even have toilets, bro. Well, it's not officially summer. Didn't hit the summer solstice yet. Ayo, Maxter777N. Shut the fuck up! I didn't fucking ask. You bitch. Buy my merch. How about that, dickhead? Go to gokamerch.com.